is online. Yeah, I have my plates here. I was eating fruits. So when you come online, just let me see a good high five from you. Who is online, guys? Okay, guys. Uh, Today we are going to be talking about something, and this is a question that someone asked me, and I would just like to be reading it exactly the way the person asked me, so that you can get to understand what we want to talk about today. Okay, he said actually that must I get all the licenses and certifications before qualifying, or I can just do my instrument rating, commercial pilot license, skipping the private pilot license. And so we are going to be talking about that today. If you can actually skip the private pilot license and get other licenses, or if you must do the private pilot license and if you have to stop just by doing the private pilot license. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So guys, if you come online, make sure you like give an high five while we start. I can see that somebody is here with us already. Welcome. Make sure you leave your name and make sure you give me a wave so that I can see that you are online. Okay, so like I said, guys, we're going to be talking about if you can actually skip or stop at the private pilot license, if it's before like going into any other thing. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Well, it seems like somebody that is already in the aviation industry will consider it as a how am I going to put it? The person is going to consider it as a, what kind of question is this that this person is asking? And I always tell you guys, there's no question that is a stupid or foolish question. And if you don't ask all these questions, you might be moving in the dark. You might just assume a lot of things, and that's what we don't want on this channel. We are here, or I'm going to say I'm always here trying to say ask your questions, because I know if you ask your questions, you will get more clarifications and you will not go into you will not be blindsided. Like you won't make the wrong decision. That's what I mean. You won't make the wrong decision. So that's why I said we are going to be asking questions. If it looks stupid to you or foolish to you, still ask them. When you get the clarification, you will not fall into. Guys, number one thing I want to tell you is that aviation is a building block. You don't jump from this to this. It follows a certain process. It follows a, if you don't get this, you can't get this. If you don't get this, you can't get this. Or am I doing it? My hand is actually doing it the reverse. So I'm going to put it like this, guys. If you don't get this, you can't get this. If you don't get this, you can't get this. You keep building on what you've already joined us. Okay, so guys, this is it. First of all, you're going to get your SPL, which is your student pilot license. And without the student pilot license, you can't get what we call the private pilot license, commercial pilot license, ATPL license, which is the airline transport pilot license. You can't get all these licenses. It has to go from stage to stage. So as talking about skipping the PPL, the summary of it is, I'll just say a summary and I'll try to like break it down. You can't actually skip getting the PPL with you can't skip getting the PPL to go and get a CPL license. It has to follow a particular trend. It has to follow a sequence. So you, first of all, you're going to be giving your SPL first. That's when you come to staff line, you're going to be giving your student pilot license. And when you're giving your student pilot license, then you start training to meet the requirements to get a private pilot license. And if until you meet those requirements to get a private pilot license, you can't get a private pilot license. And when you now get the private pilot license, then you will now have to work hard to meet the requirements of getting a commercial pilot license before you can actually get the commercial pilot license. So they are all building blocks. That's the first thing I want us to note this evening about skipping or like I'm going to say skipping or jumping doing the private pilot license course. Now, this another thing here is this. If you say you only just want to stop at getting the private pilot license, then I'm going to actually consider it as a waste of resources, except you want to do it for fun, except you want to do it just for doing sake, except I really don't know, except you can't just think of spending thousands of dollars just to stop at getting the private pilot license. That's what I mean, guys. You can't just stop at that. You need to move further because you want to make money from your passion. You want to make money from whatever you've decided to do. So I'm going to advise that when you're thinking of starting flight training, don't just think of stopping at PPL. In fact, I'm going to even give you my story why I just look at some other things that we have to talk about tonight. Personally, that was the same thing I had in my mind. When I came to flight school, I wanted to just do the PPL and just leave because I felt, okay, maybe, okay, the money, I was thinking about the money and thinking about some other things. So I was just thinking of just do the PPL, then you go look for other things that are going to merge with it. But I got talking with people, and welcome guys. If you're online, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and make sure you comment your name. I need to see the people I'm actually talking to so that we can interact better, guys. Okay, like I said, when I came in, I had that mind too, that I just wanted to do the private pilot license, just get a private pilot license and leave. And an instructor told me, he said something to me. He was like, it's like going to secondary school and stopping at getting and stopping at SS2 and leaving school. That was his explanation to it. It's like going to secondary school and stopping at SS2. And I thought about it. I was like, going to secondary school and stopping at SS2, that means he was actually trying to tell me that you stand to gain nothing if you just do, automatically if you stop at SS2, you don't get your electricity a little bit. When I thought about it, I said no, I want to do something that I will have a result from what I'm doing. Guys, I started putting it in my mind, anybody would think of stopping at money, except for age. Like maybe some people can think, okay, they are getting older, and because they are getting older, like we did see an airline to like employ them and all that. That's the main reason why people even think of stopping at PPL. So I want you, first of all, even before starting your flight training, I want you to like think about it, like consider it that since I have this fee to start, definitely the money is going to be made available. And because the money is going to be made available, I will do my PPL, I will do my CPL, and I'm going to be done with it. So guys, I don't want you to think of stopping at PPL. That's not part of why I make all these videos telling you you can do it, you can make it, and all that. I make it because I want all of us to like move, all of us to like get to that height, and we get to that part and we are all happy, like we are all feeling good about the process. Hi, Peter. Peter is here. Okay. I'm trying to read Peter's message. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. It will really make real sense if you go through the whole process. Thank you very much for that. I like that contribution, and you're so right about it. It will make so much sense if you actually go through the whole process. There's no point starting at a particular point and stopping. Hi, Obo Wisdom. It's actually nice having you. I can see Ahmed. Okay, he says he needs help. You can comment, leave your questions. We are also going to interact. That's part of why I'm doing this live stream, so that we can talk about it. Because sometimes, I don't know, people feel like kind of, will I say, feel shy or feel like they don't want to disturb people with their problems, something like that. But I feel if you ask questions, you get more enlightened and you can like move forward. But if you fail to like ask your questions, you might really not know. You might really not know what you're missing out. You might really not know what what to do or what not to do. So that's why I always advise, ask your questions. Even if I might not be able to answer all these questions, I can ask other people that can help you out. That's why I say I see your emails, and some of the things you ask sometimes, sincerely, I don't have answers to it. I have to like ask my colleagues or like ask my instructor, like one way or the other, to be able to get answers to all this. So never get shy of asking your questions. Okay guys, before we run away too much into talking plenty things, let's concentrate on this. So I'm going to advise that even before you start, have that mindset that you want to finish. And okay, Ahmed, I can see your question. I want to be a pilot, but I don't. Okay, sorry, it just disappeared. Okay, I want to be a pilot, but I don't have money or good English. I want to work full time and be ready. Okay, I always advise. Okay, I remember I said in today's live stream, I'm going to talk about someone's story I read today. I went on LinkedIn and I read about sorry, I'm digressing kind of, but I just feel I should talk about this to you guys. I went on LinkedIn and I read about a particular man. He was working as a cabin crew, and he always carried his documents like in his envelope or something. And one of the days where he was on duty, his governor was on board, and he just like took the courage, walked up to his governor, gave the governor his envelope, and according to what he said in that post, the governor signed it immediately, and he went, I think it's United States he went to for his flight training. And you know, he was saying on that in that post that you need to have a certain amount of bonus, and he also advised that don't try the kind of stunts that I tried, that kind of stuff. And I thought about it, like this guy was in a kind of environment that was conducive for what he wanted to do. He wanted to become a pilot, and he was currently working as a cabin crew. I've advised you guys before, it's good to start from where you are to where you want to get to. You can start by getting, I say these things all the time, you can start by getting a cabin crew license or an SFO, standard flight operation license, or you can start by getting which other course is kind of close, even an air traffic control license. You can start by applying for all these ones. Then when you get it, you come to see the way the environment is, you come to see the way aviation is, you come to see the way things happen. Then it gives you a better edge to know how to flow. I can see more guys are joining us. If you're joining us, make sure you leave a thumbs up, ask your questions, leave a thumbs up on this video and ask your questions. I would really like to see them, and so that we can, you know, interact. So guys, as I was saying, I got to think about it, that this guy was positioned in the right place. Not everybody that you see currently in aviation actually had the whole money. Not everybody you see in aviation actually got it all figured out. But they started from somewhere. They thought about it. How can I like help myself? What can I do to like get better? How can I like move? And they started from somewhere, and now they are where they are today. So if I'm trying to advise you, for thanks for asking that question. And the best thing I can say you should do is start working on your English. Start working on your English. English is also very important because it's like a general language. Ahmed, I'm talking to you now. Try to work on your English. It's never too late. It's never too late, and you can start from somewhere. You must not start from flying. You can start from being a cabin crew. You can start from being, you can just start from somewhere. Even if it's a marshal, even if it's a flight engineer, you can start from somewhere to where you want to get to. Don't just wait to start from the flying part. I hope you got me. I hope, thanks for even making me remember the story I actually wanted to tell you guys about this man I saw on LinkedIn. So I think this is something you should adapt. I think this is something you should think about. It will really, really help you. If you have any other questions, guys, leave them before the end of this live stream, because I'll be ending soon with a particular conclusion. And I'll conclude by this, guys. It's good to always start and finish. There is no prize for someone that stops halfway. There's no prize at all for that person. If you start, gain the courage, gain the, I really don't know the perfect words. I wish you can like help me with words, because it's beautiful beautiful when you start something and you finish. Even you yourself, you're happy, you're gingered, you're like, wow, I made it. I'm telling you guys, I remember when I started the ground school for my PPL, it looked impossible. It looked as if, come, will I finish? Will I actually finish this? Is it possible? When I thought about like the exams, when I thought about every single thing, when I thought about like some courses that it seems like this course, can I actually read and pass this course? But as I keep moving, as I keep going further, I see this, there's this drive to want to do better. And when you do better, like, you're happy. When I got my PPL, I was like, are you serious? I'm not. Some people are going to tell you that you're not yet a pilot until you start working. But see, once you have that license in your hand, once you've gotten that license, guy, girl, you are a pilot. You have a private pilot license. That is what is written there. Yeah, Ahmed, you're really, really welcome. You're really welcome. I'm actually 24. You're asking me how old am I? I'm actually 24 currently. And like, you can start at any time. Don't feel too old, don't feel too young. You can start at any time. You can start your flight training at any time. So like, guys, I was saying, when you move further, there's this enthusiasm. You want to achieve something better. Okay, he said he feels it's too, you're not too old. There's nobody, well, you're not too old. I've seen people that got their PPL license at 50. I've been to see, check all these things online. The only thing is that the probability of now working might actually be limited, but 28, you still have so much time. Retirement age in aviation is about 65 years, and compare your 65 years to 28 years, guy, you still have so much time. How many months did your PPL take? Hi, Jam, welcome. Okay, I made a video concerning how long it took me to get my PPL, but why I can't really say, okay, 1 year or like some months, was because our program did not really follow the correct sequence. Like, we are really talking about so many things tonight. I hope people that are joining will not really get so much confused. I hope they continue from where we like started. Okay, I can't really figure out like saying 8 months or like 1 year. And the reason why I can't really figure that out is because before we started our actual flying, the weather was bad. So after ground school, we went flight line. When we got to flight line, okay, we finished simulator practices and we wanted to start actual, and the weather got bad. So they didn't want to like keep us on ground. So they like sent us back to ground school to go and do the CPL ground phase. So that's why I can't really say, okay, this is where we finish, because the CPL ground phase, that other one added like 4 months to it. It added like 4 months extra to it. Peter, welcome. I'm going to read your message now and talk about it. Okay, so it added like 4 months to it, so I didn't really like have a like straight format, because you know, if you start your PPL, you don't do any other thing, you just do PPL. But us, our own was kind of like jangled up. We did PPL ground school, we did simulator, then we came back to do CPL ground before we now went for PPL flying. So it was kind of like interwoven within each other. But I don't think it's going to take like 11, like it's supposed to take an average of 6 to 8 months to actually get your PPL, because ground school here just takes an average of like 3 months, and you come for flying. It's the flying that cannot really be predicted, but like you can predict the timing you spend actually in the ground school, but you can't predict the time you spend in flying, because weather can change, instructors can go for their refresher, they can travel out the country for some other thing. Things can just change and turn around, so you can't really predict how long you spend for flying, but you can predict how long you're going. And also, you know, your progress also depends on how long you're going to spend getting your PPL. If you're doing fine, you're going to spend a shorter time. If you're slow, you're going to be spending a longer time. Okay, Peter, I'm just going to be treating your question now. I can see it. I made payments through my RRI generated from the portal created. Well, I got delayed because of network issues. I logged a complaint and had to scan my receipts and documents, but haven't got replies. Can I generate another RR and make another payment? Okay, the truth is that what I know about RR is that if you make pay, if it's just like a referral number, you can obviously generate another one because you've not yet made any payment. Even if you generate another RR, it will still be in your name. And all the school, I think all the school wants to see is that you made a payment into their account through your name. But you can like give it another, since you've not paid any money, you don't have anything basically to lose. I can see more people are joining us. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I need to see a thumbs up and tell me your name. If you are joining us now, I need to know your name so that I know people I'm talking to, and I also need to see your thumbs up. Okay guys, I think that will be all for tonight. So in every video I make, I always try to like give an advice. I try to like leave my last, am I going to put it like leaving my last words? Actually, it's not like leaving my last words, but I just want to be sure that okay, the what we have for this night were actually covered, so that I don't like leave anything outside. Thank you so much guys for those that join me in this live stream. I really appreciate you guys. And before I go, there's this thing I want to say. Believe in yourself, guys. Believe in yourself and confess the right things to yourself. Okay, Ahmed, is it difficult to be a pilot? This question is a touching question. Is it difficult to be a pilot? I'm not going to use the word difficult, but I'm going to say it takes a lot of responsibility and a lot of reading. You need to keep studying, you need to keep reading. I discovered that there's nobody that is at this peak in the flying, guys. There's nobody that is at this peak. Everybody is learning at any time. Both the airline pilots you're seeing, both the captains, both the training captains, everybody is learning. Everybody is learning. Myself in currently in flight school, I can even teach like just somebody that's already maybe in the airlines or outside can even ask you a question that, and you'll be like shocked, like I'm thinking this person's supposed to know it. But no, the person knew it in her time or in his time. But when you move further, just like some things now that they ask you about like primary school, you might be like, wait, oh, we learned this thing in secondary school, what is that thing said? You might not. So we have to keep like refreshing your brain. So it's not like flying, being a pilot is hard, but it takes a lot of responsibilities and it takes a lot of commitment. You need to be serious, guys. You need to be I like to scare people because it's a wonderful profession. Like, it's a very nice profession. Let nobody tell you that, oh, forget about this flying, money, okay, all that. It's a wonderful profession. When you go up there, you just see how beautiful things are. You just like, are you serious? I'm the one flying. Like, you get so excited, you get so happy. And I remember like going for a particular cross country, and I was like, I can't believe I'm the one actually taking off. I can't, like, it just is exciting, guys. I really don't know how to explain. Don't worry, when you're in the cockpit, you're going to like feel the exact thing I'm like feeling now, trying to explain to you. Flying is exciting, it's sweet, is nice, it's like wonderful, but you need to be up at your game. In reading, you need to be there. In studying, you need to be there. In what else am I going to say? In updating yourself. That's why you see when some YouTubers that are pilots, when they talk about this thing. They say a good pilot is always learning. You cannot afford to do without it. See, you keep learning procedures, you keep doing call out items, you keep trying to rehearse the exact thing you're going to do. You keep flying simulator to know, okay, if I'm going to this new airport, what am I going to do? You just have to keep learning. Hi, I can see Abaime has joined us. Make sure you leave a thumbs up and I really want to see a thumbs up from you. Oh, Peter, I can see. I'm really, really happy I got to answer your question, and I'm glad about that. So, if you have any other one, you can still leave them before the end of this live stream. So, guys, flying is not difficult, but it's something you have to give your mind to. If you're here, you need to be here. If you're not here, you don't have to be here. It's something you dedicate yourself to, and you will definitely make it. But if you don't dedicate yourself to it, it's really, really going to be difficult. I tell you, it's really going to be difficult. So that's basically what I think or know about flying. So don't get intimidated. Don't think too much about it. Just start your flight training. And I was giving you an advice before I got interrupted. So guys, like I said, believe in yourself. Confess the right things to yourself. Tell yourself, I can make it. I will make it. I can do this. I will not be afraid of what's coming. I will read. I will pass. I will be. See, it's sometimes you just need to be your own ginger person. I'm telling you, you just need to be the person that would like encourage yourself. So guys, that's what I have for you this evening. I'm so happy that you joined us. Peter is still here, and so many other people that are here. Thanks for joining me. I'm happy I'm not just talking to myself. I'm happy like I'm talking to you guys. And so guys, till we meet next time, even on the same channel, if you've not yet subscribed, make sure you share this link with your friends so that they get more encouraged. Tell them to subscribe. Tell them to leave a like on this video and many more. Hi, thank you, and thank you too, guys. Like, you guys give me so much joy. You're the reason why I do these videos, and I'm happy. Like, I'm super happy. Okay guys, so we meet next time so that we can go and have, actually my food is, my food is here, and I still have like fruits. Let me kind of show you my fruit. I still have like my fruits to like eat, and I have some other food. So if you want to join me, you are so much welcome. Till we meet next time, even on the same channel, guys. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this, but bye guys. Okay. Oh, you want to join me dance? Let's go. Maybe we should do a dancing competition. Okay, bye guys.